Imagine this. You're walking alone down a dark alley at night. Suddenly, a strange sound echoes behind you. Your heart starts pounding, goosebumps rise across your skin, and your eyes widen, scanning the shadows. You haven't seen anything yet, but your body already trembles with fear. What exactly is happening inside your brain? Why can a simple sound trigger such an intense reaction? And more importantly, is there a way for us to break free from the chains of irrational fear? In today's video, we're going to unravel the secret of fear, an emotion that seems so simple, yet hides mechanisms in the brain more astonishing than you could ever imagine. And all of those trembling reactions come from one tiny, almond-shaped structure deep inside your brain, the amygdala, the silent gatekeeper of fear. The core of fear, the amygdala. Scientists have discovered the key player behind fear, a small cluster buried deep inside the brain, known as the amygdala. Don't be fooled by its innocent name. The amygdala is your brain's red alert system. The moment danger is detected, it sounds the alarm. Yet for decades, scientists struggled to understand exactly how it doesn't just trigger fear, but also shapes how we recognize it in others. Only recently, the mysteries of this fear center have begun to unfold. A true story, the woman who couldn't recognize fear. One extraordinary case that advanced our understanding came from a 38-year-old woman in the United States. She suffers from an extremely rare genetic condition that severely damaged her amygdala. The result? She cannot recognize fear in other people's faces. In a famous experiment, neuroscientist Dr. Adolphs showed her a series of photographs, people smiling with joy, people angry, and faces showing pure terror. Most people naturally look into the eyes to read emotion. Wide, trembling eyes instantly reveal fear. But this woman didn't do that. Instead, she stared blankly at the entire face, missing the eyes completely, and concluded there was nothing unusual at all. What's fascinating is that when the scientist reminded her, focus on the eyes, she suddenly could identify fear correctly. But the moment that reminder stopped, her ability vanished again. This revealed a crucial truth. The amygdala doesn't just process fear, it directs us where to look. It tells us instinctively, look at the eyes. That's where the fear is. The secret in the eyes, when the whites reveal the terror. Another breakthrough came from researchers at the University of Wisconsin. They discovered that when people are startled or terrified, the whites of their eyes become more exposed. In their experiment, volunteers viewed different emotional expressions while their brain activity was scanned using fMRI. The results were striking. The amygdala lit up strongly when the eyes were wide with fear, but not when looking at the pupils or the darker parts of the eye. The conclusion: the amygdala is tuned to one simple signal, the size of the whites of the eyes. The more the whites show, the stronger the brain reacts with fear. In other words, the eyes are not only the windows to the soul, they are also the alarm bells of survival. When fear becomes a prison, a healthy dose of fear is protective. It warns us of danger, keeps us cautious, keeps us alive. But when fear spins out of control, fear of crowds, fear of flying, fear of the dark, it becomes a prison. People trapped in phobias live with invisible chains that cripple daily life. This has pushed scientists to dig deeper. Could we one day intervene in the brain itself and silence those irrational fears? The brain's unconscious detection of fear. Brain imaging studies reveal something incredible. Even when we are not consciously aware of danger, the amygdala reacts. For example, in one experiment, a fearful face appeared on the screen for just a split second before being replaced by a neutral face. Participants swore they only saw the neutral expression, but the amygdala had already fired, sensing danger. That means the brain can recognize fear before we even realize it ourselves. That's why you can suddenly jolt at a noise in the dark, even before your eyes confirm what's there. A new hope for medicine. With this deeper understanding, scientists believe that targeting the amygdala could unlock treatments for phobias, panic disorders, and anxiety. Imagine a day when those crippled by irrational fear of elevators, of airplanes, of confined spaces could finally live free, free to breathe, to move, to live without the invisible prison of fear. Fear is more than just an emotion. It is the ancient voice of our ancestors, whispering warnings across millions of years of evolution. It is both a chain that binds us and a shield that protects us. We can try to run from fear. We can be haunted by it. But only when we understand its secrets can we finally transform fear into strength. Because sometimes, in our most trembling moments, we discover who we truly are. Fear is just one piece of the vast puzzle of the mind and the universe. If you want to keep exploring hidden truths with me, subscribe and turn on the bell, because this journey has only just begun.